If you failed a DOT drug or alcohol test, one term comes up immediately. That term is SAP. So what is a SAP? And why does everything about getting back on the road run through this one person? SAP stands for Substance Abuse Professional. It is a specific, federally defined role, not just any counselor. A SAP is the DOT qualified expert who evaluates drivers after a violation and guides them back to duty. Think of the SAP as the gatekeeper between a failed test and your return to the road. Nothing moves forward until this person signs off, so understanding the role is the first step every driver has to take. Here's what trips a lot of drivers up. Your regular therapist or addiction counselor is not automatically a SAP. Using the wrong person is the most common and most expensive mistake drivers make early in the process. A SAP has to hold specific credentials. That means a licensed physician, psychologist, social worker, or certified drug and alcohol counselor. Without one of these underlying professional licenses, a person cannot become a DOT SAP at all. On top of that license, they must complete DOT-specific training, pass a national exam, and keep up continuing education. If they have not done the DOT part, using them will not count, and that mistake costs you time and money. A qualified SAP takes you through a clear set of steps. There are 5 main stages, and each one has to happen in order. Skipping or rushing any step means starting the process over from the beginning. Step 1 is the face-to-face evaluation. This happens in person or by live video. The SAP interviews you, reviews your test result, and builds a plan tailored to your situation. This is where your path forward begins. Step 2 is education, treatment, or both. Based on the evaluation, the SAP recommends the right program for you. Some drivers need classes, others need structured treatment, and many need a combination of the two. Step 3 is the re-evaluation. After you finish your program, the SAP meets with you again to confirm you actually followed through. This is not a formality. If the work was not done, you do not move forward. Step 4 is the return to duty test. When you are ready, the SAP clears you for a directly observed drug test. Directly observed means a monitor is present. This is required, and it is not the same as a normal test. Step 5 is your follow-up testing program. The SAP prescribes a minimum of 6 unannounced tests in your first 12 months back. These are surprise tests. You do not know when they will happen, and you must pass every one. Now, here is one important limit. A SAP clears you for the process, but a SAP does not decide whether you get your job back. That decision is a completely separate call, made by someone else entirely. That decision belongs to your employer. The SAP determines when you are ready. The employer decides whether to put you back behind the wheel. 2 separate decisions made by 2 different people, with 2 different questions to answer. So why does the SAP matter so much? Because the SAP is the single most important person in your return to duty journey. Every other step, every other decision downstream depends on this one person doing their part correctly. Choosing a qualified SAP and understanding what they do is the difference between a smooth path back and an expensive restart. Getting this choice right at the start protects your time, your money, and your career. Your return to duty test, your follow-up program, and your clearinghouse status all depend on getting this step right. One wrong choice at the SAP stage can ripple through every part of your record for years. Here is the quick recap. A SAP is a DOT-qualified professional. A SAP evaluates, refers, re-evaluates, clears, and prescribes follow-up. A SAP is not your therapist and not your employer. A SAP is your guide back to the road. So that is what a SAP is, your DOT-qualified guide back to the road. Once you understand the role, the next question is simple. How do you actually hire one, and what happens next in the process? That is where we can help. This is Vertical Identity. Learn more at verticalidentity.com/SAP program or call 602-899-1606. We will walk you through every step from here.